Hey everyone, I am just going live because it's been a couple days. I have been talking a little bit about the containers again with people. I've never not talked about the containers, but I feel like there is a new buzz in the air and something is coming down the pipeline that I thought I would share with everyone because I'm answering a lot of questions individually and it's always fun to do a live video, right? So this is the time of day, this is the magical hour where Mark and Sophie are out the door and they will be coming home in about 20 minutes from, where is she tonight? She's at... gymnastics. So, hey Samantha, I want to take just a couple minutes to talk about the containers. So, I did a little survey and thank you to everyone who responded to my survey. I wanted to find out who has these containers, who's used these containers before, and what you're doing with them currently. Do you still use them? Do your kids play with them? Do you feel like they helped you? Do you even know where they are? So if you're not familiar with these, you can drop me a little emoji below if you want to know more about them. But basically, these are portion control containers. They are used to measure your food. When I first saw these containers, I didn't want to have anything to do with them, and that is the God's honest truth. Of all, I didn't know how to even use them. I was intimidated by them. It seemed like it was going to be hard to use them. I was never someone who did any type of structured meal planning before. I kind of just ate whatever I thought was healthy. I bought fat-free foods and reduced fat foods, and I trusted food labels to sort of guide me into healthy eating. But what I've learned over the years, I've learned how to read a food label. I've learned how to steer clear of foods that look healthy but probably aren't, and why. And I've learned how to mix and match my food groups together to get the most bang for my nutritional buck. So that's what I've been kind of doing over the past 4 years, using these containers. Now, the great news is that the containers themselves, the whole program is about 5 years old, and since it's the 5-year anniversary, they're relaunching it. They've done a lot of research and a lot of work to revamp the whole program and to put a lot more into it, a lot more just knowledge and information for people that want that kind of information. Or people, one thing that I always got from everyone is how to bring the whole family on board, because that was a common obstacle. Usually I work mostly with women, they would start down the path, they'd be measuring their food, following a meal plan, and get derailed because they would be picking off of the kids' plates or complaining to me that they were getting stuck because the family wasn't eating the same things that they were eating and they didn't want to make separate meals. I've always maintained that you can still have your family on board with this, even if they are picky eaters. There are ways to make this work for your whole family. But I totally get that it can be, difficult at first, especially if you're getting challenged from a significant other. So the nice thing is with this new program, hey Kelly, they have videos that go along to guide you through the program. Hey Danielle, how are the pups? The videos are meant to sort of give you that additional information, that background. There are cooking videos, there are videos about each food group, there are videos about carb cycling and time nutrition and, quick meals. And I'm trying to think, I was just looking through everything because I just got access to this as well. If you're a vegetarian, if you're a vegan, all of that's in here. The new food list, freebies. So freebie foods are something like mustard, vinegar, lemon juice. There's tons of freebies that you can use for foods that don't count as anything. And you really get a lot of flavor and bang for your buck. So do you know what those freebies are and how to utilize them in your meal plan? How to go to the supermarket, maneuvering the supermarket, meal planning for beginners, meal planning for advanced peeps. You can go grocery shopping with your kids. So there's a lot of meal plans for the family. There's a whole module in here about doing this with your family. Favorite foods fixed. So one thing that I've always tried to do is take a classic dish that we've liked, like hamburger helper or stuffed cabbage or sloppy joes, and I've all tweaked those recipes to make them clean and family friendly so that you're getting more veggies, you're getting less of the bad stuff. I don't have to buy a can of sloppy joe mix. I know how to make it on my own and bulk it up with veggies to make it more nutritionally sound. So hey babe, don't come home yet. I'm not ready. So I love that there is a family plan on here, as well as learning how to use the containers for your kids. Now, I want to make it clear that this isn't to try to get your kids to lose weight. This is to try to get them to eat healthy and to start learning healthy portions. I was actually talking to someone the other day about, what to do if your kid just says they're not hungry or they're full at dinner time. Do you force them to eat everything on their plate, or do you trust them that they're telling you the truth and they really are full, and to allow them and to listen to their body and that internal control, that their body's telling them that they're full. I remember growing up as a kid, we really had to eat everything that was on our plate before we got excused from the dinner table. So I don't know if there are people, and there's a belief that if you force yourself to eat when you're still too full, your body doesn't learn those signals that when you actually are full, and that can lead to overeating. So different things like that, and just learning how to become a healthier family and give your kids these foundational principles. I know this would have been amazing when I was a kid or growing up. I mean, we weren't the healthiest eaters growing up. We ate a lot of processed foods, boxed fish sticks and pierogies and cans of everything. I mean, and I'm fine, but I had to teach myself all of this information along the way. I didn't know what a proper portion was. I didn't know the difference between a vegetable and something like corn, which I grew up thinking was a vegetable, but in reality, it really is more of a carb and a starch, or a potato. I mean, hell, I always thought a potato was a vegetable, but it really isn't. So it wasn't until I had to start using these containers that it forced me to learn about healthy portions and how to put meals together. And even something like a healthy fat, which that's this container here, like almonds and hummus and cheese, all good things, nothing bad for you, nothing off limits, but there's a portion that you should be eating in a day and not overdoing it. I was eating all of those things every day, and so I was really getting more than I needed in that category, and I wasn't getting enough of, say, vegetables. I was overeating fruit and carbs. Everyone overeats carbs, I swear. And I wasn't getting enough protein. How do you track a can of soup? Things like that you're going to now learn through this new, program. It's an ultimate program. It kind of takes everything that you know, and it just builds on it. So here's what you need to think about. Over the past 5 years, I've been doing this for almost 5 years now, my body has changed. There are things that I was eating 5 years ago that today just make me sick. I get bloated immediately. I get gassy. Sorry if that's TMI, but my body has just changed. It reacts differently. The amount of exercise that I do has an effect on, whether I'm fitting into my pants or I'm not. But I've learned what these triggers are. And I've learned that every year something different might change. I'm just getting older. So you really need to evolve. It's not enough to just do a diet one time, something for 21 days or 30 days, and then stop doing it and expect that you're going to get the same result. It's not even that I can keep doing exactly what I was doing 4 years ago and think that I'm going to get the same result, because I'm not. So I love that I can be part of this process where I constantly get to learn and evolve to keep myself where I want to be. I feel like I am at a healthy weight, and I am in in a good place in my life where I am able to maintain and have a donut. Like I had a donut today and it was really amazing. For no other reason than, one of my, suppliers brought donuts into the office, and last week it just so happened that Mark and I were both talking about craving donuts and really want a donut. And I said, what, the hell with it. Like that donut is something that I want and I'm going to have it. And it didn't derail me. It didn't, it's not going to make or break my week or ruin me. It's just something that I had and I'm able to work in because I have a healthy balance in my life. So I hope that you guys appreciate that I don't eat carrots and celery all day, every day. I eat a whole variety of foods that I like and that work for me in my body. And when I want a cookie or I want ice cream or I want a donut, I eat those things. But I pick and choose, when I do those things. But the rest of the time, I'm still working out. I'm still drinking my superfoods, shake every single day. I am drinking all of my water. I'm focusing on my veggies. I'm making sure I'm doing all of these other things that really help support my body and my system. But I still have to learn and I still have to evolve. So if you are interested in learning more about this particular program, I am going to be hosting an exclusive group to get, new people started on this. So whether you've, used the containers before in the past, if you have them or if you don't, this is something that you can absolutely take advantage of. Like I said, we can't stay stagnant in our health, in our fitness, or in anywhere in our life. You need to kind of evolve and grow as things, change and you get older and, just your season of life changes. This is going to be great for people who always got derailed. If you're a family, if you're a busy family, this is good for vegans, vegetarians. It doesn't matter how you eat. There is a plan and a module in here for you. This is going to talk about cleaning your kitchen, going through your pantry, going through your refrigerator, and it's spring, right? It's almost spring. I wish it were spring. But this is the time that we should start going through, every area of your house. Well, we can start in the kitchen and start focusing on what do you need, what don't you need, what's expired, what should you just really get rid of because it's not doing you any good, it's not serving you at all. How can we do those things? And we'll walk through all of that together. So it's going to be, it is available immediately if you are already a coach like me and some of my team are. If you just want to be a coach for the discount to get access to this, that's also cool too, and I can walk you through that. Everyone else, it's going to be available in about another week. But in the meantime, I want to start talking to you to understand what your goals are, where you are, how familiar you are with this. Is this something that's going to benefit your family? So that we can really get you set up for success with exactly what you need. Now, one other thing, this is different from the nutritional program that launched over the summer, the 2B Mindset program. And here's how it's different. So the 2B Mindset program is intuitive eating. Your controls are internal. You learn how to use your mindset to tell yourself when you're full, when you're hungry, you're drinking water, to determine if you're hungry or if you're just bored. Where this program, these are your controls. So you're using these to portion out your food, and it's kind of like an external control. So there's a little bit more flexibility with the other program because it's more intuitive, and you get volume eating. So you're filling your plate and using that versus this, which are using these to measure your food. So it kind of just depends on your personality. Some people do a little bit of both and kind of see what works best for them. I am able to blend the best of both of them because I really do feel like those principles are interchangeable. Like when I go on vacation, I tend to use the 2B Mindset program a little bit more because I'm out of my element. I don't feel like I need to carry my containers with me on vacation, and I kind of just use my internal controls. Maybe I don't want to be eating 5 times a day. I just want to eat like 3 times a day because I'm at the pool or I'm doing other things with my family. But when I'm home and I'm really focused, I'm going to be using the structure of the plan and my containers to measure out my things, things, and to make sure when I'm hitting a workout program that I'm getting every single, macronutrient that I need. And that's where these kind of come into play to help me make sure that I'm fueling my body, properly for that. So, hey, everyone who just joined, I'm talking about the 2 different nutritional programs, how they work, how they complement each other, how they're completely different, and how you can get into my group that's going to be launching with this program. So the last thing that I'll say is I am going to be getting certified in this program. So I have purchased an additional module that's just for people who want to get certified. So I'm going to be watching even more videos to learn as much as I possibly can to be able to answer, even deeper, in-depth questions. And they did that because, it's nice to be able to give you recipes and to answer questions. And we can rely a lot on the, professionals behind the scenes, but now I can learn a little bit more and be able to get to those answers quicker. I can provide more value, to my customers when we are going through programs together, as well as it's going to be pretty exciting on April 1st, no joke, when the new workouts launch and we get to do them together. There's just something very special about being part of a big launch when something first comes out. So to all my people who just finished the Step It Up Challenge in Transform 20, you all know how special being part of that group was when we were all doing the same workout and following the meal plan and sharing the same struggles. Christy, that it was just a really fun experience to do that. And that's what we're going to be doing starting on April 1st. We're going to be doing 21 days of the baseline workouts, and then we're going to be, as soon as we're done with that, we're going right into the extreme workouts. So the nice thing is, now that she's had a chance to tweak the workouts, every week it's going to ramp up. There's a different workout every day, but you're still getting those basic movement patterns to build up to it. So the 3rd week of the fix workouts are going to be a little bit more hard than you might have been used to in the regular round. And the 1st week of the fix extreme is dialed back a notch to make that transition smoother versus going from the fix to the fix extreme from the last time. So there's a really nice connection between those workouts. So we're going to be going 21 and 21 days, to shoot right from spring, and get our bodies ready for the summer and just feel better about ourselves. So it's not so much about how your body and the weight loss and the inches. Like, yes, it's nice, but I mean, those are vanity things. It's really about just feeling better and kind of finding a way to make this work in your lifestyle. Like, it's not an inconvenience for me to eat with these containers or measure food. And I find it very easy, even when I'm going out, like, and ordering food. Like, I get it. I know what I'm putting onto my plate. I know what I should pack up and what I shouldn't eat. And I know when I should skip the bread or the chips. And it's just a decision that you have to make for yourself. So nothing has to be given up. You don't have to give up wine unless you're doing it for Lent. And hey, you might as well do this anyway because it'll just help you be more structured. But we are just going to teach you how to use these containers to best fit your lifestyle, no matter what that looks like, and help incorporate into the family. So there's even a really wonderful PDF with 75 family, kid-friendly recipes. So for everyone who's constantly asking me, and I love sharing, for my best family-friendly recipes, now there's like 75 of them, and they already have all the container counts on them for you. So that's the benefit of getting this. Plus, you're going to get the Volume 2 cookbook. So I know I said I wasn't going to be long, and of course I always am. So thank you if you've watched this far. If I've piqued your interest or you just want to talk more and see if it's a fit for you, there is obviously no harm in chatting with me. You guys know, like, I'm not here to like force you to do anything. This is a voluntary program, but when you sign up with me as your coach, I am going to stay on you. I love to make sure that you are making good on that commitment to yourself, and I really want to help you get the most out of it so that you can feel your best. So that is all, because I feel like I have 8 minutes before the garage door opens up, and I have promised Sophie that if she went to tap and gymnastics tonight that we would get into our jammies and have a donut. So yeah, that would be like donut number 2 for me today. Oh my God. And we would watch an episode of the Barbie Dream House because she did not want to go to tap and gymnastics tonight. She kept saying she was too tired to go. And obviously we don't want her to just skip things for no apparent reason. And she's also treat motivated. So she's going to get a donut. I don't know. I guess I'll eat another donut. I mean, what the hell at this point? I'll just have to work a little bit harder tomorrow. So I hope you guys got a little bit of value out of this. And like I said, please ask questions. Please reach out to me. That is what I'm here to do and help you out with. All right. I will talk to you all later. See ya.